What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, coming to you on this Finish Strong Friday. That's what we do on Fridays. We finish strong. I know it's been a grueling week. It's been a challenging week, but you're here. You are here right now, and what you must do is not give up. What you must do is keep pushing. This made me think of the movie Overcomer. For those that haven't seen it, it's a phenomenal movie about this young lady who finds out about her father, and she's raised by her grandmother. But she's told a lie, and I'm not going to give you the whole story, but she's told a lie about her father. But she winds up finding out about her father, and she's running track. And I'm just going to fast forward. What happens is, at the end of she's in a race because she runs cross country, but she's in a race, and they make it so that because he used to run track as well. So they have this idea to have him do a audio running her through coaching her through the race. And that's why I said I don't want to tell the whole story. You got to go watch it. But at the end of the race, as her and the other young lady are coming down towards the finish line, he's coaching her. Give it all you got. Push yourself. You got to push yourself. I know your legs are burning. I know you give it all that you got. And that's what I'm here to do, to tell you today. On this Friday, on this Finish Strong Friday, I know you're tired. I know you feel like you got no energy left. But I want you, hey Doc, morning, but I want you to know that it's in you to finish strong. It's in you to get that contract that you want. It's in you to make that partnership deal that you want to make. It's in you to make that collaboration that you want to be able to make today. Finish strong. Finish strong. I know that book, for my authors that are out there, I know that book seems never ending and it seems like it's never going to get finished, but keep going. Keep moving forward. That's what I tell myself when I'm in those times, or I'm in my workouts and those things. Keep moving forward. Every step matters in your journey into completing what it is that you want to complete. I know December 2024 looks far away, but it will be here before you know it. So each and every decision that you make today is going to move you 1% closer to where it is you want to be by the end of 2024. So don't give up today. Don't give up today. That's my spiel this morning. So welcome to the brand new suite. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We're right here in the lab. Y'all know it's cold outside, so I ain't going outside. I'm not doing my walk outside, y'all. So, y'all, we'll see that. We'll see outside in maybe like a month or two. Because we're in February now, so hopefully the weather will start to change in March, and I'll be able to be outside and get my walk-in from outside. But I did get my walk-in coach. I got my walk-in coach. I got my walk-in, and I got my water this morning. So I'm on task. I'm finishing strong this week with my water and my walk. My water, my walk. So. But y'all know what we've been doing this week, and we're gonna do this next week as well. We've been talking about. I've been asking y'all this question all week. I need y'all to answer it for me. Are you a high-value entrepreneur? Are you? Hey, Bernice, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Nodella, what's up? Where you been? But this week I've been talking about asking the question, are you a high-value entrepreneur? We've dealt with those characteristics, those traits, those principles that are attributed to being a high-value entrepreneur. We talked about being a visionary thinker. We've talked about being resilient. We've talked about your adaptability as an entrepreneur. We've talked about being not just an effective communicator, but an effective connector. Are you an effective connector? Are you connecting with the people that work for you? Are you connecting with the people that you work with? And then are you connecting with the people that you serve? That's what we've dealt with all week. And so today, I want to deal with with being a risk taker. Yes, entrepreneurs, high-value entrepreneurs, are risk takers. Are you a risk taker? Are you someone who is willing to take a risk sometimes in order to be able to move the needle, move you as an entrepreneur, move you as a brand, move you as a business, move you as a leader into the position that you want to be able to move in? So check this out. Calculated risk-taking is a common trait among successful entrepreneurs. Notice that. You can't be afraid to take the risk or take risk, but taking calculated risk. They evaluate risk carefully, take bold steps when necessary, and they learn from both successes and failures. Those are three things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about evaluate risk carefully. We're going to talk about taking bold steps when necessary, and then learning from both your successes and your failures. Those are three things I'm going to talk about this morning, and I'm done. But here's the first thing. Let's talk about the evaluate risk carefully. What risk do you are you going to have to take today? Are you taking a risk on increasing your prices? Have you done the proper research to know that the benefits and the drawbacks of raising your prices? Have you gotten feedback from from those that you serve? Have you done an evaluation of what it takes for you to create the product that you have or to create the service that you have, which is a justification for your prices, increasing prices? Nothing gets my goat more than businesses, or you go to the supermarket and products, they increase the pricing of the products just to be increasing them so that they can have a fat bottom line. That is so, to me, that's not only irritating, but I think it's manipulative, and it shows that you have a certain amount of greed, and that you're greedy, and that you're doing a disservice to those that you serve. So if you're going to raise your prices, and don't be afraid to, but just have the justification for it. When you sit and you analyze, okay, we're in the beginning of 2024. I want to raise my prices. Okay, cool. You want to raise your prices. So now, in the increasing of your prices, what are the people that you're serving going to get for that increase in the price? Or is it going to stay the same? I know y'all seen it before. I've seen it too, where the prices have gone up on things. If you notice things that go on in the world, prices have gone up for things, but you're getting less. I'm going to say that again. Yeah, prices have gone up for things, but you're getting less. Open a bag of potato chips. I dare you. I double dare you to open up a bag of potato chips. And I promise you, you ain't even got a half a bag of potato chips. But the prices of potato chips have gone up. So understand, that when you're going to take risk and do certain things, the risk that come, what the risks are, and what the other side of the risk looks like. I just used, taking increasing your prices as one example. But you could take the risk on working with someone. I know I've done that in my business. I've taken the risk of partnering with someone. We've taken the risk of doing an event We've taken a risk of, of going and doing this and that. Some of them have been successful. Some of them have not been so successful. But you want to analyze the risk. Because what you want to do is you want to minimize the amount of risk that you're taking. You don't want to just be all willy-nilly. You took the risk of being an entrepreneur. When you took the risk of being an entrepreneur, did you believe in the product or service that you were going to offer? You took that risk, believing that the product and service or brand that you were creating solved someone's problem. Right? There are plenty of people that chose to try and become an entrepreneur. They took the risk of being an entrepreneur. Some were successful in that risk. Some weren't successful in that risk. Some weren't successful because they did not evaluate the risk carefully. When you evaluate the risk carefully, you increase your ability to be successful. So that's number one. Number two is take bold steps when necessary. You take bold steps when necessary. The key is when necessary. Take bold steps when necessary. And y'all know I talk about Steve Jobs all the time. He was not afraid to use top products to go in to make his computers. He wanted the best. He wanted to give his clients, those that he served, the best product he could give them. And the way that he wanted to do that was by having the best products in his computers. Whatever that was, if it was the hard drive, the hardboard, he wanted the best hard drive. If it was, the monitor, he wanted the best monitors that could be out there. He wanted to give quality. And not everybody was willing and bold enough to do what he chose to do. The McDonald's brothers, I talk about the movie The Founder all the time. You've got to be willing to take bold steps when necessary. The McDonald's brothers weren't willing to take bold risk or bold steps when it was necessary. And as a consequence, Mr. Ray Kroc was willing to take bold steps when necessary, when he was afforded the opportunity to be able to do certain things to move McDonald's to where it is today. Mr. Kroc was willing to take those bold risks, whereas the McDonald's brothers weren't. And as a consequence, Mr. Kroc moved forward. Mr. Kroc moved forward. The McDonald's brothers didn't. And they got done wrong by Mr. Kroc as a result of it. And not saying that and I get it, because the story was that they had been in a bad deal before. They had been done bad before by a prior business partner that they had. So they were reluctant. And I get that. That is absolutely true. But what they didn't do, if you watch the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton in it, and I suggest that every entrepreneur watch that movie. If you notice, they weren't willing to take bold steps when it was necessary, and it cost them. Because they could have, the families, set for the rest of their lives, I'm assuming, and everything like that. But they could have been even further. The legacy could have gone even further had they been willing to take those bold steps when it was necessary and be open and willing to be able to take the risk. Tyler Perry, He was willing to take the risk, willing to take the bold steps when it was necessary for him to be able to move from the plays to doing movies, to now doing TV shows, to now being a billionaire. You don't get to that level without being willing to take bold steps when necessary. Are you willing to take bold steps when necessary? High value entrepreneurs are willing to take bold steps when necessary. Ask yourself, is that you? Hey, Pastor Smalls, how are you? Good morning. So that's number 2. So we talked about, evaluate risk carefully. Talk about take bold steps when necessary. And then the third one is learn from your successes and your failures. What is this week? Let's just take this week, y'all. What has this week taught you about your risk taking? What were your successes this week in the risk that you took? What were your failures that you had this week in that risk that you took? And did you learn? What did you learn from both of them? Did they teach you anything? Did they give you, as Dr. Will said, did those risk taking give you insight, wisdom, and ideas? Hopefully, as a risk taker, what you get from your successes and your failures are insight, where you learn something. It teaches you something, whether it's a success or a failure. You learn something, you get the insight from it, you get the wisdom from it, because it gives you the ability to be able to see things from a different place, and you know something or learn something that you did not know before. And then it gives you new ideas. It gives you new ideas. The thing that I love about this young lady, her name is Pinky Cole. This young lady is phenomenal. She's a phenomenal entrepreneur. But I'm just thinking of her as a high value entrepreneur, because she was a risk taker. She was a risk taker because she said, "Hey, I'm not going to do food like everybody else does. I'm going to do food in such a different way that it helps me to be able to stand out." She evaluated her risk carefully. She took bold steps when necessary, because she moved from being a producer or something like that on the show, to starting her own business, to having to pick herself up after I believe her restaurant in New York burned down. She came back from that. She was willing to take the risk and move boldly. And then she learned from her successes and her failures. She learned what worked, what didn't work, what can work, what should work. And she is becoming, already successful, but she is even moving even further in dominating the food service industry. And that's what we do as high value entrepreneurs. So what are you doing as a risk taker? Or are you a risk taker? Are you somebody that's just, I'm staying right here where I'm comfortable? You can't be an entrepreneur and just be comfortable. There's no successful entrepreneur who is not a risk taker. I get it. Yeah, you're going to have to put yourself out there. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. And here's the thing. I was watching a reel this morning. It was of Kobe Bryant. And the interviewer asked him about doubt. And here's what Kobe said. Kobe said, whether you succeed or fail, or whether you succeed or fail, you still got to wake up the next morning on this journey, and you got to do it all over again. So I'm telling you, as a risk taker, as a high-value entrepreneur, whether you succeed or fail at being at the risk that you're taking, you get up tomorrow morning and you do it all over again. You get up the next day and you do it all over again. But be willing to take calculated risks. Be willing to evaluate the risk carefully. Be willing to take bold steps when necessary. And be willing to learn from your successes and be willing to learn from your failures. That's what high-value entrepreneurs do. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, coming and hanging with me in the Brand New Suite this morning. It's Friday. Y'all know what it is. Let's finish strong Friday. Be that risk taker. Be that high-value entrepreneur that you were created to be. Do something fun this weekend, as I always say. There's no more football, y'all. No more football. At least for a couple months. No more football for the next 3 months. But 3 to 5 months, 3 to 4 months, something like that. But be willing to take the risk. Be willing to finish strong. Do something fun this weekend. Whatever that is, whatever fun is to you. If it's sitting in the house, chilling, eating potato chips, then do that. If it's going out, hanging out with your friends, do that. If it's going and seeing family, do that. But no matter what, have fun. It's your boy, Dr. Leo McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll talk to y'all soon. Have a super phenomenal day. Peace.